Welcome to today's episode, my friends, as we break down the Trial of Glory bosses here, Stormbringer Cookie's Giant Cane Dumpling Master. We got a really fun one here, something a little bit different and interesting to help you absolutely succeed and build the best team here for the Trial of Glory bosses, Giant Cane Dumpling Master. Thank you for tuning in. If you got a question, if you got a comment along the way, feel free to let me know, my friends, and thank you as always for your support. Now, a couple things here. Trial of Glory, after you get all the way through here, we do have this ability to take on these bosses. Now, a couple things here. This one is a little bit different. We've done some tweaking. As you can see, I've gone through right there 4 trials already to make this team happen for you here today. So let's go ahead and break everything down that you need to know to be successful, because the Cane guy here's got some other things going on. First and foremost, this is the boss information here. We got Cane Smash, strikes down with the cane, dealing damage to all targets. We got Sage's Cry here, shouts to boost morale, applies debuff resist and damage resist buffs to self for 15 seconds. Now, a couple of the big pieces here, we have to have Stormbringer here, so we got the rally effect, so make sure that you're aware of that. Then additionally here, we got the Stormbringer Cookie's crit damage, ally Cookie's damage resist there as well, and special conditions, min Cookie level 70, skill level 70, and rally effect there as well. Here are the key effects, and this is something that's really important. Non-crit damage resist up minus 70%, electricity type damage up 50%, and increases crit damage. All allies crits 100%. So this is really important here. They're already giving us 100% crit. So it's kind of interesting that we have enemies non-crit damage resist up 70%, and then we also get the 100% chance to crit. Very, very interesting in terms of how to think about your team. We'll talk about this here in a second a little bit more. Now, additionally here, we got healing reduction at 65%, HP shield capacity, and enemies debuff resist increase there as well. Now, we don't need a healer to get through this one. We certainly do have some interrupt effects, so that's very key to keep in mind there as well. So let's go ahead and we'll talk a little bit more about what we've done with our team here. So in terms of our team, a couple things. What we've gone on and done is moved off of, yes, that's right, the grim looking side, because we got the crit percent. We already have 100% crit. So more important to focus on that attack, because the crit's going to get amplified by that attack. So, or get the damage, crit damage up higher as well, and electric damage up higher as well. So here we're on cooldown. Oop, I didn't mean to do that. Here we're actually on cooldown. We're on Dream Conductor's Whistle, again, increasing the attack as well, and then also increasing the attack there. You may want to try Librarian's Enchanted Robes, so we'll actually go ahead and run with that one instead, so that you can see a little bit of a difference there. And if we get higher than the last score, then hey, that's the right way to go. Now, additionally with this team, we've done some different things here. You might be saying, why is Creme Brulee in here? Well, we got a fun one. The idea here really is, again, we've got lots of crit already. We want to move over to attack to deal lots and lots of damage from that perspective. Here you might want to move off of onto attack. We've left it for now. More electric damage in your beascuits is going to make a huge difference. Here we're on attack. Here you can see the attack. I don't have the right electric beascuit set up yet, so we moved over to have additional attack and attack speed. Here we're on attack speed and more attack speed. Again, if you can get that crit or electric type, I do recognize this electric type. However, I like the attack speed on it for the boss battles, so we've showed that. Then additionally here we are on crit and electric damage. You could actually move over here if you wanted to. So we'll do this one as well quickly so that you can see this here. And let's go ahead and grab Tart Titans. There we are. All right. And once again, if we do provide a little bit more damage, it will help us make that difference. All right, so we'll pre-select there. We got the electric type damage because, again, we're at that 100%. Then last but not least, here's the big one that we did that's a lot of fun. We've moved over to speed and electric type damage. So we actually put an electric type damage bow here, or range biscuit onto Creme Brulee. It's great. It's worked really, really well. And then you can see on terms of this all gear, the electric damage at 37%. So what we've done is we've given electric type damage there with Creme Brulee, and it actually does work, my friends. So something a little bit different in terms of this damage dealing team here to be successful and have a lot of fun. All right, so we've walked through each of the different kind of gear setups. Again, a little bit different, a little bit more unique. Focusing in on a couple of different key items to help boost that ultimate damage. Now, again, the more electric type damage that you can get there on your beascuits, the more damage that you will get through. So make sure if you focus on those pieces, it makes a huge difference there, and why I talked about it. All right, so we made a couple changes to this team. Let's go ahead and go for the run here so that you can see exactly what's going to go on. We're at almost 2.4 billion. Again, if some of these tweaks make it, based off the last one and some of the stuff that I showed, you'll know to go down that route, and you'll know that it deals way, way more damage from that perspective. When we get close to that billion here at that 30-second mark, very, very close there. Not quite exactly there, but we're encroaching relatively quickly here. Our high score, my friends. Let's go, let's go, let's go. And there it is. Look at that. Those small tweaks made a little bit of a difference. They're giving us 100,000 more in that high score, my friends. Very awesome and very important. And I wanted to show that so that you can understand, again, that crit's already there. So getting that attack in, the amplification on the crit, and more electric type damage is going to do the trick there. And again, why we can swap in creme brulee. So let's go ahead back and talk about this just a little bit more so that you can see that. This is the team that we ran. We flipped out here again, that treasure. You can go back to what I had there, but ideally boosting that attack or the attack speed is going to be key for this team. You don't need a healer. If you run something off that's not electric, you're going to drop your little boost here on the crit, but you don't really need that crit. Remember here, because we have that 100% crit damage, essentially we just need lots and lots of electric. So if you're going to switch off some of the electric type damage from cookies, make sure that you do have that electric type gear in place, just like we did with this fun one here with creme brulee. Something unique, something different, and that absolute ability to take this thing down and deal mass amounts of damage. So my friends, I hope you enjoyed today's Stormbringer's trial, or Cookie's trial of glory here against our brand new boss. Right here, my friends, the lovely Giant Cane Dumpling Master. And with that, everything that you need to know here today. If you still got questions, if you got comments, let me know. I'd love to hear from you as always. And thank you for your support and tuning in here today. Until next time, my friends, keep on running.